Hello, hello. Testing, testing. 1, 2, 3. Hello, everyone. Surprise! How's it going out there? How's it sound? I know, I'm sure super echoey. The microphone is officially 2 inches from my face, and I am sure that sounds great. Hello! Hello! How's this volume? Is that better? That more what we want to be? Hello, everyone. Surprise! I know we weren't planning on streaming again. Nothing was planning to happen until we moved and everything got settled and I got the new office set up. But you know what? Things don't always work out the way we intended. So we are here. We're going to have a grand old time for a little bit as long as the internet holds up. So grand old time to come in and hang out. Because I do have a different microphone and I did have to adjust it tremendously for the fact that I'm sitting in a very echoey, empty office. Let me do an audio check real quick just to see how bad it is, because I'm sure it is loud, and I'm sure I am screaming. I'm actually talking at like the lowest level that I can. You should do the ASMR version. That would be great. Yeah, you should do ASMR. That's a fantastic idea. I think I might. Let me see how bad it is, you guys, before we get going here. Actually, that's not too bad. Let me bump that just a little bit up. Oh, we love technical changes, don't we? We love when we move and we decide to change the office around a little bit. Okay, that might be better. I've never had to turn the microphone below, like normal 0 dB. I don't even know what dB stands for because I don't know anything about streaming or OBS. But normal below that normal setting. So that is fun. That might be a little bit better. I'm not peeking into red, but I'm hanging out in yellow, which means I am a little bit loud, but not terribly out of the window. If you guys are coming in, apologies. We are just getting set up, literally, because I was not planning to stream again until we moved, and there is nothing around me to catch the sounds. I'm literally sitting here with a desk, a microphone, a headset, and my laptop. So we're doing this very, very, what's the word? Is stoic the word I'm looking for? Very unprepared, nothing fancy happening. I don't have acoustics up. I have nothing in the office right now. So we're here. We're just going to have a grand old time, just hang out, and we're just going to see what happens. There's no game plan. We're just going to hang out for a bit. Okay, that might do it. We might be good now. So if you guys are not aware of why we are streaming today and why I started a stream with literally no web camera, no thumbnail, and no warning whatsoever what was happening, Phasmophobia Phasmophobia dropped another update, okay? A whole bunch of updates recently, and this is by far one of the ones I think I'm going to enjoy the best. If you have not seen Willow Street or Tanglewood, you might be living under a rock. However, if you look at this screen right now, which I totally forgot to do because I had this whole thing planned out how I was going to do this, if you look at the screen right now, you will see there's a couple things that are different. This update has incorporated a lot of things, and I don't know if we'll have time to go over all of them, but we're going to go over as many as we can in this one and probably end up doing a video on it later. So this is the Quality of Life Update 2, meaning they have added a few certain things related to multiplayer, certain things related to single player. Obviously we're playing single player tonight, so we can't see everything that is happening. They have added on the equipment list, and you'll probably see this as we're going in, they have added ways of knowing if you have duplicates of things. Basically, if you have a secondary camera or a secondary picture or something that you have a duplicate of, it will gray the image out a little bit, or it will give you some kind of indication that, hey, you already have this photo. That way you would be less inclined to take that photo again. The second thing they've added is something that I am super excited about as a content creator. Any content creator, just official or no, if you like to do anything on YouTube or Instagram, or you like to do like Guess the Ghost kind of things, they have added the ability to pick what ghost you're going to be up against. So I don't actually know where it is. I don't want to mess with my perfect settings. There we go. So there is an option to pick what ghost you're going to be. There it is. Dealing with. So you can pick a random ghost, force a specific ghost type to spawn. I don't believe you get any rewards for this, as you might imagine. Yeah, you get nothing for doing this, because obviously you would know the ghost and that would be no fun. But basically you can pick, out of the 30 different ghosts, you can choose which one you want to spawn in the game. Now, this is very, very good if you're learning the ghost types, or if you want to, like, practice no evidence and you want to, like, learn what the ghosts do outside of their evidence. You can force a certain ghost, you can go in one at a time, and you can learn what they do. It's also very fun, particularly for me, because when I do, like, my no evidence runs and my Guess the Ghosts, and I don't want everyone to know what I have, I guess would be a good way of putting it. I have to go in on no evidence, and I have to hope that I can also guess what the ghost is. And sometimes there are rounds, I will admit, that I don't know what the ghost is. So having the option to choose ahead of time what ghost you're going to have, and that way I can, like, test for certain things in the videos, so that way you can see what's happening, and I have no doubt which ghost it is, and I don't have to go through cutting out parts of, like, okay, this wasn't important to this ghost. Let's say I have an Aswang, and I put salt down to see if it's a wraith, and it accepts in the salt, so obviously it's not a wraith, so that's not really helpful to my no evidence run, unless I'm trying to disprove something. So that's going to be extremely helpful. I am very, very excited about that. The other thing that I remember seeing in the Quality of Life update was that if you have more than one player, and obviously I can't do this because it's just me, it will make it much more evident that your teammates are dead. According to the pictures I've seen, they will gray out your body, they will gray out your eyes, you'll be definitely dead, and it's supposed to be super obvious that, hey, you've died, and this is happening, and that's what's happened, and you're definitely dead. They also cut off your voice animation as you die, as your neck's being snapped, so that means you can't talk after you should be already dead, which is just kind of like a personal peeve of like, you know you should be dead at this point, you should not be talking. So that's kind of a cool thing. We won't get to explore that today because I'm playing solo. But the big thing, other than the ghost thing, which I'm very, very happy about, the big thing, you probably saw it already when we were all over here, is the addition of 3 new maps. Well, not new maps per se, but definitely 3 new things. They have added restricted modes to all of the mega maps. Which means prison now has a restricted mode. I don't know for certain how many different possibilities there are. I'm suspecting probably 3, because there's 3 wings, right? You've got A wing, B wing, cafeteria area, and upstairs. So I'm suspecting you've got A wing, B wing, and upstairs. That's probably, I'm just guessing how they divided it down. Sunny Meadows already had a restricted mode, so that's nothing new. Brownstone High School Now, this one I know a little bit about from watching from seeing the dev release information this morning. There are 4 possibilities for Brownstone High School. How they're broken down, don't know. But it could be one of randomly 4 different spawns. So like how you go into Sunny Meadows and it could randomly pick a different section. You don't know which one you're going to get. You don't pick which one you get. Brownstone's going to be the same way. There's going to be 4 different possibilities of how it's going to be broken down. And apparently you're going to get some kind of environmental hint at which one you're at. What that environmental hint is, we don't know yet. Obviously on prison, it's locked down. You can tell by the picture that you can't go any further. Obviously it's locked down. And the 4th map they have changed is Point Hope. Now I'm very interested in this one because they said that they did a restricted version of Point Hope, okay? Point Hope is entirely vertical. How does one restrict Point Hope? I mean, it's gonna have to be the bottom section. It's gonna have to be one option. Oh yeah, literally, 5 rooms, 3 stairs. I could look at the map. Originally the map is 13 by 10. This is now 5 by 3. So that is exactly my answer to my question. They're gonna have blocked off the top half. It's gonna be like the bottom 5 layers. Okay, that makes sense because there are like, what, 10 layers? I think I said 13 layers? Nope, 10 layers. So you basically have a few less to pick from. So you can't possibly have a top. The joke I was going to make was, how could you possibly have Point Hope restricted if the top half you can't get up or down to? So it has to just be the bottom layer. Okay, that makes sense actually. So we're just going to hang out for a little bit. We're going to run a few of these. I'm probably going to do them on amateur just to get the hang of what's going on. Oh, you know what? Never mind. I like adventure. Let's do at least intermediate. Alright, I have 500 hours in this game. I better at least do intermediate. And we're going to start with Point Hope and just see how many we can knock out here in the next like hour and a half. Don't expect we'll get every single role of Brownstone High School. Don't expect we'll get all of prison, but we can at least get a feel for what we are dealing with. How does the audio sound before we get going? Is it good in my lovely empty office that I'm in? I think it should be good this time. Because if so, I'm going to put my headphones on and we're going to roll with this. Alright, I'm going to bump it up just a tiny bit more. I feel like I'm not that far into... Yeah, that's probably fine. If it's not, well, sad. But it should be fine. Alright, headphones are going on. Lots of rock and roll, boys. We got a new map to look at. We got a reason to stream. We had a reason to stream, but we haven't been able to, so this is going to be fun. At least one more time before we move. Alright, we are so close to being ready to get the new office set up. So ready, you guys are going to love it. But for now, we are streaming with the webcam off in complete darkness. So that's even more fun. Alright, let's run the new Point Hope Restricted. Be careful of the dark, the ghost can sense you. Yep, okay, that has not changed. 2-minute setup time, just so we can kind of explore what we're looking at. We don't have any cameras. I don't think we usually have cameras on Point Hope, but suddenly I'm unsure about that, actually. We have Kenny Huntley. That's the other thing. I knew I forgot something. So when you go into the maps now, it's going to tell you whether the ghost is male or female. Because, you know, sometimes we have ghosts that have interlapping names and it could be a male or female. This is going to tell us right off the bat that it is male. So we know Banshee and Dayan are gone. I'm not sure what that... Whoa. Whoa, that's trippy. It's going to tell you right off what the 3 evidences are. Holy moly. Okay, I did not know about that. That is trippy. Okay. I also heard that if you're playing multiplayer, it will tell you what the other people have selected, so that way you'll know, hey, I'm looking at this, or I'm looking at this ghost, or this is not evidence that we have. That is really, really trippy. And the other thing I was going to show you, other than if it tells you in the book that the ghost is male, it says items that we have found. So now we will have the option of having the key right here. If you have a car key, garage key, whatever key, it'll go here. If you find the bone, it will put the picture of the bone here. That way you don't have to ask your teammates every 5 seconds, hey, have we found the bone? Which I honestly think is kind of good for interaction, but it's kind of fun to not have to do that. So, yeah, that is what we are looking at with the new stuff. And I think that is it, because we saw the new ghosts, we saw all that good stuff. I think that should probably be about it. I'm making sure that my everything is working. For some reason, I was to make sure that my stream is live, because I did start it on unlisted, and it should be public. But you know how technology be sometimes. It doesn't always want to go public when you tell it to. There we go. Because usually I don't go from, like, unlisted to public. Because I wasn't playing to stream, I was doing a test run on it. I'm like, oh, it's fine, let's go, it's working, let's do it now. Whoa. Hello. I don't think that's supposed to happen either. Alright, so for restricted, what have we got? We have the camera on the first floor, obviously, because it's right there. Breaker's not at the door, which is very surprising. Breaker's on the second floor in this scenario. So we have floor 2, floor 3, floor 4, floor 5, 6. Oh, never mind. It shows me all of them. Well, we know we don't have that many. So we're going to have to go in and find out what's going on, apparently. I believe we have, like, what did it say? Like 3 staircases, so 5 rooms. So you probably have this floor, and that floor. You're going to get a very small map, in other words. They've basically taken a map that was so large and so hard to go up and down the stairs. It's a beautiful map, don't get me wrong. But going up and down the stairs, if the ghost is all the way at the top, to go up and down the stairs does take a lot of time and can be extremely annoying. So it will be nice to have a lower ability if you want a quicker game. Bathroom door is open. Okay. I heard that and I don't know. Right, so the ghost is either in here. Pretty sure the ghost is right there. But we don't care about that right now, because right now I'm just trying to find the breaker. Wow, it's been a hot minute since we played this, huh? Particularly on stream. It's good to be streaming again, even if it's just for a short time. Okay, there's that. I want that light, thank you. So let's see how far we are able to go. Because I'm figuring there's a very blatant indication of where we can go to. The amount of furniture falling down the stairs would indicate we probably can't go past this point. Imagine that, if you will. Well, pretty sure the ghost is on the first floor. So we basically do have 3 floors. We get 5 rooms, 3 floors. They really restricted this map. It is very small. Okay. So, pretty sure the ghost is in here. Just gotta point that out now. And so is the bone. Okay. 11.9, 12.9, 9.2, 8.2. Is that the shower running? I thought that was rain. Well, I can't turn it off. If it is, and I can't turn it off. Well, that's fun. Okay. Suspect the ghost might be right there. But just want to confirm it's not locked. Excuse me, do I have any hiding spots in here that aren't locked? Not in here, clearly. Okay, I didn't think about that. I don't know if I have any hiding spots. This doesn't... Oh, stop it. Oh, hello, water. One would assume it's in here. Even though it's not very cold. One would assume it's in here. Yeah, one would definitely assume that it's... definitely in here. Alright, so now we have EMF 5, which means all of these guys are still on the table. How wonderful for us. Yes, I know. I mean, it has to be that room, because this is not cold at all, but neither is that bathroom, actually, if we're going to be honest about it. It's not a lot of temperature changes that I feel good about. I could have like a wanderer. I could have a wraith. So just to verify, I will walk up and down the stairs. Because it's better to be safe than sorry. Nope, okay, it's definitely the bathroom. It's just not cold. It's a very uncold ghost. Unlike me right now, because it is surprisingly cold. Okie dokie, ghosty. So you're not wandering, you're definitely like right here. I didn't check for hiding. Is this a hiding spot? Can I hide behind the door? Okay, good. I'm glad that the hiding spot's right there. Okay, awesome. 9.7. Please drop tremendously. Why is it, like, not cold? Okay, fine. I'll leave the stuff here for a bit. It's not cold. I don't know what else to tell you. It's just not cold in there. And it's not making me feel good. I mean, I know it's the coldest one in the house. But it ain't cold. Okay, definitive EMF 5. We'll get a crucifix in there. We'll get a camera in there. We'll get dots in there. We can still only hold 3 things at a time. Despite the way it looks like you should be able to hold 4 now. Except for lighter. The lighters are free. Alright. I'm gonna assume that this is still the room. Did you turn the water on again? Stop that. We don't waste water in this lighthouse. Okay. I would say it's active enough. Could be a shade of EMF 5 on the table. That I don't think it's done anything while I've been in the room with it. Assuming that is the room. Because when I stood out here, I think I was out here for every event that happened. So keep that in mind. That is a possibility. I'm not going to say for sure that that is what it is, but that is possible. Okie dokie. What else can we do? Book, spirit box, UV. Let's get those guys in there. I have a crucifix, so I'm not super worried about it hunting, particularly we're at like 90% sanity. We'd have to have a demon, and I don't think a demon's on the table anymore. Nope. But a Dildaghast is, and we still have not had one of those yet. That would be fun considering my hiding spot is like right there. I don't think I would outrun it. Okay, so they can't touch really much of anything here. Hello, sir. Please confirm that you are in here because I'm very doubting. Okay, well, that's, I guess, close enough. Thank you. I was like, I'm not sure that you are. Okay. Let's see. What can we get? Anything useful? We haven't looked for dots yet. We haven't looked for orbs yet. We haven't looked for orbs that look like dots. Well, you just threw something, but I don't know what it was. But I was in the ghost room. Oh, okay. Well, you know what? Stinker. That's fine. How about you do it while I'm standing in the room with you? How about now? Are you here? I'm probably on push to talk. I am, and I'm on the wrong microphone. Awesome. Are you here? Are you close? Are you friendly? Are you near? Where are you? You're not a shade. What is your name? Do you speak French? Parlez-vous français? Where are you? Are you here? Are you close? Are you friendly? Are you near? This is a tier 3 spirit box. You can talk to me. It's really okay. I'm here to listen. I only judge a little bit. Where are you? Are you here? Are you near? Are you friendly? What is your name? How old are you? Do you speak French? Parlez-vous français? No? Okay, well, not thinking shade, and not thinking spirit box. Because Goryo is still on the table. So we do need to test for that. Where's my camera? It's in my hand. Alright, we gotta test for dots. Alright, bye-bye now. I haven't seen any physical dots, but that would be, what, like one of our 2 last evidences? What does a Goryo need? That's actually kind of helpful now. Ultraviolet and dots. Okay. I do kind of like that, actually, that you can pull that up and just look at it. Okay. What you got for me, sir? Any second now, I'm gonna see dots. 100%. Just because it's being super active, which kind of indicates like a spirit or a Goryo kind of thing, because they can't move to the... Well, Goryos can't move, so they're super active in the room that they can be in. And this is an intermediate run, so this should not be this difficult. You should be giving me dots at this point. I might drop another one in there just to be safe. Yeah, we're spiking a lot. You're doing a lot of stuffs. But I don't know where you're doing the stuffs. Well, we know it's not a wraith, but we can still check for the UV and the salt. Which would give us something to work with, at least. Bum 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 bum. What do you guys think of the web camera-less streams? Do you guys like those? I always kind of like go back and forth between whether or not to use a web camera. And like obviously with the office being taken down to move, I don't have it up right now. Yeah. I have a really good... Okay, homie. All the new ghosts are gone. Well, I know you've got footprints now. Okay, well, there's a large amount of footprints here. I mean, this could still be an Obake or something. Could still be a Glorio, for that matter. What you got for me? Is it freezing? Never mind. It is freezing. It's a djinn. Awesome! What are our side objectives to face a djinn? There we go. What? Can I look at my journal without you screaming at me, please? Thank you so much. Items we found. Main door key, bone. There you go. Now you can see exactly where it is. Gotta go to blow out a firelight. 3 unique photos of a photo camera. While chasing someone. Ah! There's like no place for me to run in this house. That's a terrible idea. Okay, you know, that's good. We're kind of just like rushing through tonight to look at all the maps. I'm not gonna worry about perfect investigations. They take a long time. I don't dislike them, but... Oh. Yeah, never mind, we're leaving. Time to go. But they do take a long time, and we don't really want something that takes a while tonight. We're just gonna get any extra points we can get and just move on to the next map. Get through as many as we can in the time that we have.
Welcome back. There's some jobs ready for you.
Oh, are there really? Alrighty. That wasn't too bad. Okay, I kind of like how they broke that down. And obviously, I don't think there's another way they could break that down, because what would you end up with the top half and not being able to get to the top half? So that's what Point Hope's going to look like. So basically, yeah, that's Point Hope. Not bad. A very quick investigation if you want something very, very small. Like I said, 5 rooms, 3 floors. That is extremely small compared to the entirety of the map. The next one on the list, size-wise, would be prison restricted. And again, I bet there's more than one layout of this map, but we don't know what it is until we get in. And it's cold, which is fantastic. Okay, what we got? Heather Carey, that's the female. Thank you for that indication there. And I don't know if we're able to see on the cameras what we're able to get to. Not the cameras, the map here. Sometimes the cameras might help us though, because usually, remember in Sunny Meadows, you can only see the cameras in the area that you're able to get to. So that sometimes can be helpful. So it looks like we have the main area, the infirmary, the office hallway, and the other office hallway. Well, you guys actually see we got the top floor. Okay. That's not bad. I do like kind of looking at the cameras and knowing ahead of time what we're gonna have to deal with. So we know that we have a top floor area, which means it has to be in the main office area or it has to be upstairs. Which is not really breaking it down because, you know, the upstairs is still gigantic. We should look at where the breaker is because, again, with restricted maps, you have to have a breaker in a certain spot. And that's why we left it on so we could see. Oh, it makes sense. Breaker's all the way in the back on the top floor. Well, I guess it had to be because what was the other locations? Like off to the side here on the left and... I actually don't know the other location. Oh! Oh, that would be unfortunate during certain rounds if you can't, Mom, I'm just gonna hope that the, audio-only test this time around, weekly challenge, is not unrestricted because that's my hiding spot. That's definitely my hiding spot, and you can't go that way. I'm learning many things about this map already, and this is gonna take some getting used to. I mean, it's very obvious where you can't go, so that's kind of helpful. So we basically have, like, this small area that we could go into, like, the top floor. Which, again, is not that small. That's the office. This door is very much open. Okay, I need to learn where everything is up here, because I barely ever come upstairs. Bathroom. That means nothing. That smoke does. These doors are suspiciously both open. Like, fully. Okay. Breaker is back here, I think. Oh, yeah, here we go. Because I'm like, I don't know this top area at all. My one weakness is I don't have practice on the top half. Because usually if I play with somebody, they go upstairs. For example, I thought the breaker was in here. Breaker. Breaker 1, 2. Help me. I don't know what. Why is it in the office? That's the third spot it could be. There's 2 spots upstairs and 1 downstairs. Okay. Did not know it could be in the director's office. Good to know, actually. Where is this? The warden's office? That makes sense. Didn't know that was a thing. Okay. Yeah, I figured you might block off my entrance to the 2nd floor, which is funny because technically speaking, you can't even go to the 2nd floor from up here. You have to go down the stairs. But good to know that you can't go that way. Thank you for indicating that. So basically, we have one long hallway of where everything could be. And I have a weird suspicion the ghost is in here. Just gonna say that. I think the ghost is in here. I noticed the smoke on the way out, and I'm like, that's kind of weird. But yeah, it's definitely okay. It's in the warden's office. Never mind, I am taking this with me. Thought it could be cool to go without it, but no. Okay, where are the lights on this floor? This is a lot of learning also, because I don't know where any hiding spots are on this floor. I've been on this floor 1 time, and right here is where I died. So, I know for a fact that this is not a... Oh, lockers. A map that I am very good at. That's a long way to run for lockers, though. I mean, the room's right there. But that's still a hot run from the ghost who can definitely see you through walls. Okay. I don't remember where this comes down at. Nah, I don't want that light. Or do I want that light? No, it's that turns on that single light, which is not incredibly helpful. It's more helpful for the stairs. I really wanted one more light. Maybe right here. Yeah, there we go. Now I can find my way around. Because basically I know my way around downstairs. It's just getting downstairs that's going to be harder. And something I've not ever tested with restricted modes is where do the cursed objects fall? Does it have to force one that's nearby? I mean, on prison specifically, I mean, the cursed objects are always like around this area. They're always over here. Per se, they're usually right over here, or the summoning circle and Ouija board are over there. And the mirror, too. Would that be the case on Point Hope? I don't know, considering all the, cursed objects are all through the floors. I don't know if you'd be forced to have a certain one, or if they would relocate them. Something to look into, by the way, because I don't know the answer to that question, actually. Alright, I'm gonna drop the flashlight. We're gonna be brave. And we're gonna go back in. Bum bum ba dum bum 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 ba dum bum ba da dum. Like on Brownstone High School, all the cursed objects are at the front anyway. On prison, they're all on the front. I do believe Sunny Meadows is one I haven't really explored, but I would suspect they're probably all in the front at some point or another. Point Hope is the only one I'm unsure about. We could probably test that eventually, or do a side video on it, and just go in and just test it over and over and see, do the cursed objects all appear in the front area, or are you forced, I can talk, yeah, first, I'm Scottish now, are you forced to have them all in one area? Can I turn one more light on, or is that too many? Yay! I would like one more, but I believe that might be pushing it a little bit. Hello, Ghosty. I know you're in here, and you have orbs. Isn't that lovely? Okay. Well, it takes off the new ghost, which makes me sad, because I still have not got a dildo gas in all my rounds playing. Alright, curse this place up. I don't want to die. Thank you. It was like 1 degree when I came in here earlier, so maybe we've got freezing, or we don't have a freezing ghost at all. Yeah, suspecting we don't have a freezing ghost. I was about to say it hasn't done anything. It wasn't the breaker. Was it the door? I don't have a UV to check it, probably. Okay. I go now. You have orbs, and that's what I was checking for. I was gonna ask if you could turn the lights off for me when I went downstairs, but that's perfect. Thank you so much. Exactly what I wanted. That was so funny because I was literally about to say maybe we turn the lights off before we leave, and the ghost is like, "Here, I am telepathic. Let me do it for you." This is gonna make this map so much easier because I know most people won't play the big maps just because they're exactly that. They're big. They take a long time. They're not made for one player. They're made for like a whole group of people, and not everyone has a whole group of people to play with. And it's like if you're like me, some people who even have a big group of people don't enjoy the big maps or don't have that much time to play the big maps. So, I mean, I personally love them. We just never have time to do the whole big map, or we all die by the time we find the ghost room because it's just too massive to have time to find anything before the sanity's gone. But smaller maps like this, I could do this in like no time at all. Oh, I love it. You can see the lights from here. That's spooky, actually. That's a good thumbnail. Hang on. Beautiful. But yeah, that's something to take in consideration, that you can literally do this in the time it would take you to do a small map. Like, this isn't bad at all. And if you're like me, you can walk through the bottom floor in the dark with just a glow stick because you know where you're going. Because you have fantastic navigational skills and you never get lost in anything. Particularly not a Roblox game, 5 minutes. No. Nah, never. Perish the thought that I would do that. Hello? Where's the door? Over here. There we go. See? Totally great at navigation. Of course, the light's off now. Thank you. Oh, I need to turn it back. What was I doing? What was I thinking? Put the book down. There we go. Alrighty, ghost. Are you here? Are you close? You are writing. Are you near? Are you far? Do you have UV? No UV. Are you here? Are you close? Are you friendly? Where are you? I'm scared that this might be a revenant. What is your name? How old are you? Do you speak French? Parlez-vous français? Where are you? Are you here? Are you near? Are you anywhere? Where are you? How old are you? Do you speak French? Where are you? I'm not afraid of you. Where are you? Are you here? Are you close? I don't think that's a 5. That's like a 4? It's like an event. Why did you give me a 4? Okay, well, we have writing, and what have I crossed off? Why has this happened? I potentially just got orbs, and okay, I was looking at a ghost. I potentially just got dots, which would be unfortunate for my life, actually. I'm going to back up because I have a feeling I just got dots twice, and I wasn't looking. Is it a they? Was I just blind, or was it just reflecting off of me? It's really hard to tell. But I could have a they, which would be mighty funny considering I have a crucifix down and you can't do anything. Well, it's not a gin. There we go. Joke's on you, the breaker's right here. Let me see. What's left? Is EMF 5 even left as a possibility? I don't think it is. Oh, okay, now this is a little bit confusing because now I'm clicking, I'm like, what am I on? Okay, so Revenant has freezing, Faye has dots, and Mayor has Spirit Box. So none of them have EMF 5 left. I don't fear Revenant currently because we checked for freezing already and we didn't have it. And it should definitely be at freezing by this point, which means we're looking at a Faye or a Mayor. It has turned the light off multiple times. And UV, I believe, makes it none of the ghosts. Yeah, so UV is gone, so we figured that one out already. EMF 5 is gone. Spirit Box would be Mayor, but we didn't get a Spirit Box, and I feel pretty confident that we tried, so. And we just got dots. Well, that is a thing. I'm so glad I just marked that. Ghosts, let us get out of here before we die. Fays are very fickle. They can choose to hunt you really early, or they can choose to hunt you with no time whatsoever. Basically depends on how long you've been in the room. And we have been in there a hot minute, I'm not going to lie. So, it probably was starting to age a little bit. It was getting a little less active. So, we probably had, like, a while before it tried to kill us. But I would not like to take a chance. I would like to leave. And I'm glad I did not play that music box. Because I was highly considering playing with the music box. And I would have died. The second we found it, how we played that thing would have been faster than Speedy Gonzales. So now we run away into the wall, because I can't see where I'm going. And we re-roll to see if we get a different section. Because that's a thing from a lovely Heather Carey. Again, I feel like the cameras are your first indication. You go into a map, you take a look, and you see, what cameras do I have accessible? And that's going to tell you what part of the building you need to go into. For example, Alexa can get intermediate. It gives me no money, but it's good for me to see what I'm doing. I'm on prison, right? Yeah, prison restricted. Beautiful. And we're going. And let's see what we get this time. As you can see already, before we've even got into it, we have different cameras. We have the entranceway. We're always going to have the entranceway. We have the cafeteria, which is on the main floor in the middle. We have the main hallway to the left. That's my left. That's wing B, I think. And that is all we have. So we may not even have wings on this one. It may be as simple as, I bet you it is, because there's the breaker. It might be as simple as this area, and here. So you may, so I bet prison has 4 breakdowns also. Because I forgot this is probably a separate section. So you probably have, this is 1, this is 2, this is 3, and that's 4. So this time, we're dealing with a ghost in the middle. Corey White is a male, thank you, because like I said, Corey could be a name that could go either way. So we know it's a male, so we know a Banshee and Dane are off the table. Still want a Dildageist. Dildageist. I keep calling it Dildageist. I think it's a Dildageist, or however you say it. I'm sure I'm not pronouncing half these ghost names correctly, so, you know, it's fine. Bum bum ba-dum bum 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 bum. Northeast entrance. That was words. Any lovely cursed objects right here? I mean, they all still have to be right here, so, I mean, it's not like we're going... Oh, we have this area unlocked. Nice. Not that I want to play the cursed objects right away, but it would be kind of funny. Lockers are open. Okay. Where actually is the mirror when you do this? Because something like... The 2 things... I'm not even sure where everything is. I know the small things lie in the box. The Ouija board's usually under the table. The summoning circle's at the end. Doesn't the mirror usually sit on a chair? Who knows? I actually don't. It almost has to be that one now. Yeah, okay. Maybe I don't know where the mirror is. I don't spend a lot of time on this map. I do know the breaker's over here. And we can't get to section B. As you can see, it was chained off. I will get a better look at that here in a second when I turn the breaker on. There we go. Donuts. Okay. So as you can see, this isn't a very good barricade. But this has been locked off. We cannot go to section A, or section B rather. It's been padlocked on that side too, because as you probably know if you've played prison, you just go straight through these doors, and you can go that way too. So we do have a cafeteria over here, which is also padlocked. Interesting that we can see that on the cameras, but we can't go in there. Okay. Library or side room is open. A lot of doors open, but that's kind of normal for this room. We're walking around a lot in the dark, which is not great. The library is blocked off. What? So basically, what do I have in this hallway? Like this hallway? That's literally it? Okay. Well, it's not in this hallway. We can't go to section A either. I'm surprised that the cafeteria and the library aren't part of this area, but this little side room is. That's strange. Okay. So let's check the electric room now that we've had a chance for the temperature to warm up a little bit. Make sure it's not here. Because obviously now... Yeah, see? There's not that many places for the ghost to be. I thought maybe there, but this is the ghost room. So, yep, there's a coffee cup on the ground. So, yep, we're right here. I was whoa! That wasn't a hunt, was it? You little jerk! I thought for sure I was going to die. Which is very unfortunate because I just threw my flashlight down. Bro. Okay, I gotta find the lights in this hallway. You scared me. You genuinely scared me. I thought I was gonna get hunted early. Okay, there's the lights for this room. Holy moly. An aggressive little booger. Not a shade. Because that was stupidly aggressive. Okay. Shake that one off. It's fine. Didn't scare me at all. I think I heard an EMF 5, but also it was like mid-event, so it's very hard to tell. How's my sanity? 87, so I'm still okay for a bit. Took about 5 years off my life there because I thought I was going to have to run for it, so I stopped talking. I'm like, I don't know why I stopped talking because literally I'm on push to talk, but I'm like, I'm going to shut up now. But no, it decided to be a jerk. There's that. Alright, you want to do that again? You want to play that game again, Ghost? I'm ready for you this time. Do it again. I dare you. Come on, do it again. Second time we've had a ghost with the same move as the breaker, by the way, on this map. Okay, it's getting there. It's getting there. Well, I crossed off shade, but I may have been over the threshold when it happened. If so, I was just over it. I better put it back on the table just for the sake of it for now, because I don't know for sure if I was far enough over the threshold or not. I would assume that it was, but better to be safe than sorry. I love my little glow necklace. I love it. You can look down and see what you look like. I love I got my cardigan and my beautiful black jeans and my fairy necklace on. It's so beautiful. Okay, what we got? Corey White, we already knew that. Corey's a bit of a jerk. Anything on the cameras? I didn't see orbs when I walked in. Nothing. Absolutely nothing. Well, that is awesome. Okay. Well, off we go then. What do we still need? Spirit box, UV, and I haven't taken a crucifix in. And I will not be taking a crucifix in this time either. So hopefully, heaven forbid, we have an early hunting ghost that tries to kill me at 83% sanity. Oh, that would be just horrible. It's not like there's only like 2 of them on the board that could do that. We have no evidence currently. I could probably stand here and look in the room and find stuff. That would be really funny. I could just cheese it a little bit. I still have the stamina of a couch potato. Alright. Let's try this again from the top. Who were you? What were you doing at the time of the murder? Do you have an alibi for the murders? What have you done to the poor donuts? We know it was you! Confess! Alright. What is your name? Where were you at the time of the murder? Where were you between 8 and 10 p.m. last night? Can you give me an alibi? Can anybody confirm that alibi? I know it was you. I know you committed the crime. Just confess and you'll make your time much easier. Come on, where are you? Are you here? Are you close? Are you friendly? What is your name? How old are you? Do you speak French? Parlez-vous français? Hablo español? No hablo español? No habla español? Get your prepositions in the right order. Your participles correct. Are you here? Are you near? I'm gonna go with no. However, I'm hearing things get thrown. That's what I was hoping for. Thank you! Wonderful. Okay. Don't know what you just threw, but I will take that. Alright, so, not feeling strongly on Spirit Box. Getting an EMF 5 vibe, definitely. Okay, how's the temperature looking? Are we freezing? We are definitely freezing. Ah, Dilda Gas is gone again. Jin, Oni, Shade, twins. It was trying really hard to be aggressive on me. I don't know if that was at the right door or not. Was that the right door? It was, and we had no fingerprints. Okay, so a box is on the table, so that means we can't have UV as our evidences. I'm trying to... This is driving me crazy. Okay. Ultraviolet is gone, which means Jin is also gone. So Oni, Shade, twins. Do we have interactions in a separate area? I would not be surprised. I feel like I keep hearing things... I don't know if the range was close enough to get the lockers from there, but I definitely heard lockers, and that's the only place with lockers here. Let me... What does twins need? Not ghost orbs. Shade needs ghost writing, of course. Spirit box is twins. We probably have an Oni. Considering the fact that it's been doing things. And I've been here. I wonder if it's what it touched. Was that door. But I feel like I was still in the ghost room for that event. And I am not getting another vibe. So, as long as it's still here, which it should be. Oh, hello. Yeah. Yeah, you know, that makes perfect sense. You're an Oni. Mm-hmm. You know how I guessed that? By the fact that you fake hunted me the second I found your room. That was such a strong indication of something. Now, this was the locker that I wasn't sure if it could hit or not. Because I don't actually know the range of the ghost throwing ability. I know it has like a big circle encompassing it. Like how far over it's standing, it can go that far. I would presume it can't go as far as those lockers. But I don't always know that. But yeah, definitely an Oni. I would like to know where the cursed object is. We're on intermediate. There should be a cursed object. So the question is, what is it? Not that I will die if I don't know what it is. But I would like to know where... It's got to be the mirror, right? I just like to know where the mirror is. Or why it didn't spawn in this mode. Oh! It's a Ouija board. I stood on it. So I was right. The mirror's over here. I was wrong. The Ouija board's over there. Yeah. As you know, I played this map a lot. Okay. Well, that is an Oni. So that's the second of 4 possible locations things could be in. So let's go home and see if we can roll the third one. Okay. I'm finding the usefulness of that book telling you, hey, this is what you can have and this is what you can't have. I'm finding a negative side effect that it doesn't unclick from it, and it just kind of gets stuck on the screen, and I'm like, I don't know how to get off of that. But that's probably something that will be fixed eventually. It's a really cool idea, so that's what matters. $400 more. Thank you so much. I'm really not putting a lot of effort into this. Have you noticed? This is really just for the absolute fun of it. Okay, give me a different one. What have we got? Entrance, Mayhome. We got upstairs again. No! I didn't want to be upstairs again with Marie Petite. Haha, how French. Alright. Let's do this thing. Let's speedrun this one. We already know how that's going to get broken down. We know where everything is going to be. Breaker must be upstairs. And it's going to be in the other hole. I didn't even know it could be... Is that where I was trying to look for it last time and I couldn't find it? I have no idea where that location is, just by the map. We'll see. It could, if it was... Ugh. If it's the side area where I think it is, then that makes sense. Cursed object check. Cursed object check. Not the Ouija board this time I looked. Not the summoning circle. Monkey paw. Didn't know that was out here either. Okay. I could have sworn the monkey paw used to be over there. Huh. Alright. Back to the infirmary we go. Interesting that the infirmary is on the 2nd floor. I would have to assume that this is based off an actual hospital, prison. I can't think of a name of the haunted prison on top of my head. This is where I think the breaker would be. Yes. So there's like 4 locations up here. Let me give that a minute to go away. Because there's one behind gates up here. One in the warden's office, one here. Only one that I know of downstairs though. Okay. What have we got? What is going on in this place? 7, 6, 6.7. Haha. Okay. 6.9, 6.7 is just kind of cold everywhere right now. We'll just take a quick leisurely stroll, see if we see anything that seems marginally like below 1 or 2. Because that's where I thought the breaker would be. Is that not a spot for the breaker anymore? Or did I just... Because I'm pretty sure that this was always a spot. Like, right on this wall. So there's a lot of spots up here the breaker can be. Okay. Warden's office. Again. No, not the warden's office. The hallway. Okay. Let's see. Infirmary. I believe this is 2 separate rooms, and this is where it changes. Some odd reason halfway through the room. Okay, well, the ghost is actually in the infirmary. For some reason, it changes, like, right here's the dividing point. I don't know why that's like that. But we actually have a camera in the infirmary, so I can actually check for orbs from the truck. Well, actually, it might be in this room, but I might be able to see in there enough to figure out where things are. So we'll leave that light on. So basically, we're 1 room up from where we were last time. We'll probably get this ghost and give it 1 more whirl on this to see if we can get the 3rd location. I don't know if we'll get all 4. We haven't even gone to Brownstone yet. And I want to at least see 1 breakdown of Brownstone. I know there's, like, again, also 4 of them, so we won't get through all of them, but we can at least look at a couple of them. Bum, ba-dum, bum, 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 bum. Please don't break the breaker. Thank you. Fantastic. That is so much better when there's light in this place. I love being able to see things. Sanity is pretty high still. Now, can I see into the infirmary? It's the infirmary hallway. Well, the room's right there, so that is not particularly helpful. Okay. Lesson learned. I'm gonna drop this, because I don't need it at this point in time. There's a little bit of activity happening, but wouldn't say a lot. Would say generally pretty empty. Bum ba dum bum bum. This map is so quiet. It's so large and so echoey, but it's so quiet. Gotta fill in the gaps with something. Music it is. Sorry to all your eardrums. On the bright side, if the ghost hunts, the hiding spot is right there. Hello? Ah! What a lovely ghost orb you have. Thank you for sharing. Okay. Considering we were sitting at 1 degree, I would not be surprised if we've got freezing. But we can test that. Oh, 100% we do. Hantu, Onryo, Revenant, Yuri. Okay. Okay. What can we cross off at this point? EMF 5 is gone. Dots is on for Yuri. Ultraviolet's on for Hantu. Ghost Writing on for Revenant. Onryo on for Spirit Box. Okay, so basically we need 1 of everything. Take that. Go ahead and write. Be a Rev. Go ahead and do it. You know you wanna. I will walk back down the stairs and get the Spirit Box and the UV. Unless you want to be so kind as to write right now. Right about now. Okay. That would have been cool if it worked. Alright, fine. Back into the lumbering darkness we go. That staircase, I think, takes you down in the middle section. That's probably accessible. That's probably why they left that way open, so you could go down the stairs that way. For some reason, I thought that took you into, like, the middle wing area, or, like, the right wing. I don't remember. I just, for some reason, thought it took you to, like, the middle of B wing or something. Or A wing. A wing's over here. B wing's over there. I think. Don't quote me on anything I'm saying about this map, because I don't know this map. 77. Did you write yet? Did you write yet? I don't know, because I don't have a swiveling tripod. Lovely. Alright. You know, I didn't put a crucifix in there. And that could have been a good idea, considering that's a very large room and I'm taking a very long time to go in and out. I probably should have put a crucifix in there. Well, lesson learned. We haven't had an attack yet. We've had one ghost try to scare the living daylights out of me and succeed, but no signs of any hunts yet. Also, maybe because I'm on intermediate and I'm not, like, pushing for a hard map. I should probably be bumping up the difficulty a little bit now that we kind of have an idea. But I was hoping to have at least one time on each restricted version before I go up to, like, nightmare mode. When I'm gonna have to hide and learn all the hiding spots. Like, on this map, that would be really bad for me. Because I know the hiding spot's right there, but if I hadn't looked at it before, I wouldn't have known that last time. No writing so far. That covers half of the room. Not even that. Are you here? Are you close? Are you friendly? Are you near? Are you far? What is your name? How old are you? Do you speak French? Parlez-vous français? Where are you? I'm paranoid and hear writing in my head. Are you near? Where are you? Are you here? Are you close? Are you friendly? What is your name? Are you around? How did you die? Where are you? What is your name? Well, that is a Yuri. Okay. Haven't had a single spirit box ghost tonight. And we're leaving now. I could handle a Yuri. I could go toe-to-toe with Yuri and be okay with that. I would beat a Yuri in a fist fight. Not a doubt in my mind. Man, it'd been really funny if that door slammed in my face when I said that. Yuri's special abilities do allow doors to fully slam, so that would have been really funny. But the ghost wasn't feeling comedic. Unless we leave. Watch me try to go out the front door, then it'll slam the front door in my face. Ugh, there we go. It does take a hot minute still to walk from one end of the map to the other, but at least it's less of a hike than it was before. And goodbye, Yuri. I'll close that door for you. Enjoy your haunted house. I hope you enjoy your life there. Just try not to kill anybody and we should be good. Very inactive Yuri. Not a very aggressive guy at all. He was just there for the ride, I think. He just happened to be there. He was just chilling. He's like, why are you in here? I really don't want you in here, but I don't care. You just chill. You just do your thing, man. Alright. So, let's do prison one more time. See if we can get a different roll. And if we don't, we'll go on to Brownstone. At least get one look at Brownstone tonight. And then see what happens from there. Because I know we could do this all day, and there's like 4 locations of each one, but we kind of want to get different rolls if we can. And we got the infirmary again. Fine. Oh, no, let's re-roll. Let's re-roll. Watch it have been, I should have just guessed a ghost and watch it be a Dildagast. Because I left on the round that I shouldn't have left on. Let me go to professional, see what happens. Let's see if we can get a different map. Because we've already had that one, and we really don't want the same rolls that we've already had. It's the infirmary again. It's the infirmary again. Okay, I'm assuming that you can get the 2 hallways, right? You should be able to get this one and this one as separate areas. It's not just the 2 of them, is it? Alright, we're gonna guess a ghost. This one's a dildo guest. Just because I haven't had it, and I'm gonna be very salty if it is. Because I'm not saying to investigate it. That's what happened to me last time with the Cormus and the Aswang when I was doing like the test runs for the Alan Wake event. I wasn't working to get the ghosts, and I kept getting those ones over and over, and I'm like, are you serious?
Welcome back.
Ooh, that could have been fun. That was a mimic. Okay. Alright, one more time. Give me something that's not the infirmary or the main area. If that's even a possibility.
Check the equipment and get set up for
It's
work.
the main area again. And I'm pretty sure I just saw an orb on that camera. It's right there. Okay, sure. Let's just do this one. It's right there in the front area. Why not? Sure. Love to. Is the breaker in the front area now too, I'm assuming? Yes. Almost has to be. I mean, basically there's nowhere else for it to be. I'm assuming that there's more than 2 layouts for this map. And that we just had very unlucky rolls and it happened to be basically where I was both times. But I would have to assume that sections A and B... Oh, that's a lot of open doors. That A and B can also be accessible at some point. Unless I'm just a silly goose and there's only 2 modes and I've had both modes. I don't know. I haven't read anything about prisons update, so I honestly don't know how many locations you can possibly have. It may just be these 2. And I may be repeating the lines over and over, being a silly little goose. But hey, at least we saw 2 of them. If there are in fact more than 2, we'll find them eventually. So after this round, we will go on to Brownstone High School. I know we're kind of speedrunning this, but I want to knock out as many as we can. And this is like a temporary stream, so it's not like a 2+ hour one. I just wanted to see, for the absolute fun of it, for the kicks and giggles, if I was able to stream today. And for some miracle, I am. Wasn't expecting to, haven't been able to stream any of the updates in months. So this is actually really amazing. Why did I bring the camera in? Well, that was a waste of a hand spot because I knew there were orbs in here because I already saw the orbs. Alright, we'll just drop these guys on the locker. It's a good, like, halfway point. This is, like, the biggest area you could have in here. Ironically, so would the cursed object and behind spot be. I could solve this ghost in a minute, but I'm really tempted to try, actually. Let me smudge in case it's a Dio. If it's a Dio, I'm gonna be looping it around. It can't be a Dio, it's got orbs. And it can't be the new gun either. Alright, fine. Wanna run into evidence? We're running no evidence. We'll see if we can get it without any evidence. That's not what I was trying to say, but that is what came out. Okay. Oh, it's Charlie. Hello, Charlie. Were you doing the splits there, buddy? Were you doing okay? Can't be a Dio, so we should be safe. Can't be a Dildaghast, to my regret. Alright, let's do this thing. Oh, Charlie. Charlie's having a rave. Nope. 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 There we go. And it's normal. Whoa, you're no fun. I didn't even look to see if it was a guy or a gal. It's a female. It's not changing speeds, but it's not a day in. It's lingering. It could be a banshee. Hang on. I think that was a coincidence. I think that was a coincidence. Holy cow, okay. I bent down to test a Cormus test because they get faster typically and come right at you when you're crouched or when you move. It didn't come at me when I moved, and it didn't get faster when I crouched. So I don't think it's a Cormus, I think we have something like a Mayor, Abake, Onryo, Yurukai, or Yuri. Holy moly, okay. Admittedly, that did scare me a little bit, because I'm like, oh, as soon as I did that, he opened the locker, but I think a Corvus would have been faster than that. Okay, let's see. Oh, now Discord says I'm live. You are only an hour and 15 minutes late, Discord. So, hey guys, by the way, I'm live. There's a reason I put the announcement out myself. I don't know what's up with the ping bot in Discord, but it is very slow recently. Okay, there we go. Like, I'll put a video or a stream out, and an hour later it'll tell people, like, yes, I've been live for an hour. Thank you for your help. You're very on the ball there. Good job. And the breaker is out. Well, I don't think Jin was on the table. Nope, so don't gotta worry about that. Let me go ahead and do this. Are you here? Are you close? Are you friendly? Are you near? Are you far? Where are you? Are you here? Are you close? Are you friendly? Are you French? Are you Dutch? Are you pizza? What is your name? How old are you? Do you speak French? Where are you? Are you here? Are you close? Oh, come on, you can hear me. What is your name? Parlez-vous français? Oh, oui, oui, un croissant. Okay, fine. Perfect representation of French, yes. Mm-hmm. I'm the greatest French baguette you've ever met. And it rhymes, so it must be true. Okay, the second I left, I heard something get thrown. There we go. Okay. What's happening, ghosty friend? What do we have left? This is throwing me off. Banshee. Dots in Ultraviolet. Mayor's Ghostwriting Spirit Box. EMF 5. This is, I love it, but this is really confusing me. Okay. Ah! Dots. Ahem! That is the third time that dots have jump scared me today. I'm sus on Banshee. I am very sus on Banshee. Okay. What else do we need for Banshee? Is it, don't tell me a spirit box. It's Ultraviolet. Okay. And you haven't really been touching a lot of things. You very easily could be a Banshee. Let me take a moment and go and get the parabolic mic. Stop that, you're not hunting. Don't throw a temper tantrum, I know you're not hunting. Let me see if I can get a parabolic scream. I had a suspicion about a Banshee because it was kind of just lingering around the area that I was in. And I mentioned, oh, and I've lost a lot of sanity. I remember mentioning, like, while I was in the locker, I'm like, this could be a Banshee. Just because of how lingering it was. I would love to walk in right now and get a Banshee scream right away. Okay. Peace and quiet. Nope, that's a locker. Not what I had in mind. Did you just touch... Actually, did you just touch the locker? Or was that me? Because that's pretty open. I'm not worried about that. I'm worried about the fact that it sounded like a locker got touched. No? Okay, you're messing with things. And I'm not familiar enough with this map for you to be messing with things. Oh, look. Oh. I thought this was a hip bone. Those are handcuffs. And it is slightly concerning that they're on the floor, considering the ghost room is here. Are you changing rooms? Hang on, where's the thermometer in this house? Where did I put the thermometer? I think the ghost is changing rooms. Things are starting to happen in there. And that is making me nervous. So let me make sure that, because I know those rooms are not connected. And the fact that I saw smoke breath when I had been definitively in that room for a hot minute made me concerned that maybe the ghost is going there. Yeah, I'm not seeing orbs in this camera anymore. I think it's moving. I didn't even take a thermometer. Oh, I'm an idiot! I didn't even take a thermometer in. That's why I couldn't find it. I didn't take one in. Goodness gracious, that'll do it. Alright. Yeah. Yeah, that's not a good temperature. Aha, you tried to trick me. You thought I wouldn't notice the smoke breath and the fact that the handcuffs don't go on the floor. That's what you touched earlier. I was gonna say, I'm like, this doesn't feel right. Do I have the cruci in here? Because if so, I need to move it. Probably not. Oh, that scared me. That was me. I scared myself. Okay. So you get to chill in here now. And you're not going to do anything, but you get to chill in there now, too. Congratulations. And you get to chill in here. Now, if you could touch a door or window, would be greatly appreciated. Okay. So, last investigation was supposed to be really easy. And it is currently choosing to be not as much. Okay. I would love if you would be a little more definitive and tell me what you are. So I'm going to stand here for a second, and I'm going to listen. And you doing nothing. Okay. What is left? Banshee, Yokai, Yuri. Banshee needs ultraviolet. Yokai needs spirit box. And Yuri needs freezing. It's probably the spirit box. I probably didn't get it. Are you here? Are you close? Are you friendly? Where were you at the time of the crime? Did you kill little Susie Salad? What is your name? Identify yourself. Where are you? Okay, I know you can hear me. What is your name? Where are you? How old are you? Do you speak French? I forgot what I was supposed to be saying to it. Are you near? Are you far? Where are you? Are you here? Are you close? I'll take that as a yes. What is your name? How old are you? Do you speak French? Where are you? If you are a yokai, go ahead and try to kill me. Come on. I know my sanity is low enough. And there's not a crucifix in here. So feel free to try to kill me. I don't like that idea. Ghosts don't want to kill me. I think it's the Banshee. I do. He's just not touching anything. I haven't got anything for Yuri. That's freezing temperatures. We are not freezing. Yokai is not giving me spirit box. I am like 90% sure my first intuition on Banshee was correct. I'm actually gonna go Banshee. Because what? Banshee is ultraviolet, right? We're not getting ultraviolet. Yuri is freezing, and we're not getting freezing. Yokai is spirit box, and I try spirit box repeatedly. Unless I just have a bad round with the spirit box, we're not getting freezing. It's been way too long, and we're not getting spirit box. And he hasn't touched anything to us for Banshee, so yeah, we're definitely low enough that we should have got Yokai. So yeah, I think this is a Banshee. I think my first intuition in the lockers was correct about it lurking around and not really going anywhere. And I think we have ourselves a Banshee. We do! Okay, you little stinker. You didn't want to give me my evidence, considering that was like, what, a professional round? It shouldn't have been that hard to get the evidence. But that's fine. I will take a Banshee with, like, nightmare mode settings. Perfectly fine with me. Alright. So that was prison. So now we have a little bit of time left. Let's see if we can drop into Brownstone and see what the restricted modes look like for that. Because I have a feeling, and I will do more research on prison and why we only got 2 different locations. I'm wondering if maybe they didn't make a restricted for sections A and B, and maybe only the infirmary and the main room are the 2 locations you could have it in. I would suspect there would be 4, but what do I know? I'm not the developers. I don't know what they decided to do. But we have 1 map left, and as you can tell, we don't know how many rooms, we don't know how many floors, because I know for a fact that there are 4 different modes that could be in this one. So, we're gonna hop into Brownstone High School restricted on professional, and we're gonna get absolutely slaughtered. But it's fine. Breakers on the right side. And we have Cora Hans, which is female, of course.
There's been no reports of violence or sightings, but please remain careful.
Thank you. So, knowing that there are 4 different levels here, I'm suspecting that one of them... Oh, I say one of them is probably right half, one of them is probably left half, bottom floors, and then the other one's top floor, left and right. The gymnasium is the outlier. I don't know what one that would fall under. We're definitely on the right hand this time, though, because the breaker's on the right. So... Right, hallway, first floor corridor, you can't go up the stairs, so we're definitely looking at a 1-floor situation, and that is it. So, we are getting the entire right side of the map. That is doable. Because, again, love Brownstone High School. Such a large map. Am I just tripping, or does the truck usually face that way? And we have to come... Yeah, we usually have to come in the gate. The truck is backed up to the gate. Wow, I can't believe I noticed that. I'm like, that just doesn't feel the same when I walk in. I'm gonna go back and watch older videos. But I'm pretty sure the bus is usually over here, and the truck is usually over there. That tripped me up. Okay. I don't know why that threw me off so much, but it did. We know all the cursed objects are going to be in this area because it's the same map breakdown no matter what. Gymnasium is blocked off. Left wing is blocked off. Okay. So we know the ghost is somewhere in this hallway. This is a much more manageable size. Okay. I like this. I don't like the number of lockers. What happened? Did you have an earthquake? Like, holy moly. They're like environmental signals of which area you have unlocked. This feels like a pretty good environmental signal. Just saying. There's not a lot of room to wiggle there. Okay, there's that. So we can turn on like the main 3 lights. That's all we really need. And now we can start searching room by room for the ghost. Oh, the back half is blocked off. Now, I was not expecting that. I was expecting to have like the whole hallway. Interesting that we only have half of it. Okay. And I think I found the ghost room immediately. Well, that was fortunate. Alright, I'm just gonna double check that. But yeah, that's like 5 degrees colder than everything else. Yeah. I just walked into the ghost room first try. That is hilarious. Hello, ghost. Hello, ghost. Yes, I'm happy to be here too. I am so glad. Yeah, I'm so glad you're here too, Ghost. Yeah, I'm so happy to see you. Oh, that was so good to see you, friend. I missed you too. Keeley! Long time no see. Hope you've been well. Doing okay, Keeley. Doing okay. It has been a hot minute, sir. How are you doing? How's life? How are the kids? How's the card collecting? How's the wife? How's everything? It's been so long since I've talked to you, man. It's good to see you. Member for 10 months. Holy cow. That has been a long time, friendo. It's been like forever since we've been able to stream. Like, what was it? 2 months ago we had a Pokemon stream, and I said, hey, that would probably be the last stream we did. And some magical way this one started working today. I'm like, well, I might as well do it. I'm here. I'm waiting for closing, so I might as well do it. In my nice, lovely, echoey office that's been torn apart. Which is why there's no webcam on. But hopefully you're doing well, Keeley. It's good to hear from you, man. Good to hear you. Good to see you? Yeah. Alright, very eventy. Did not lose a terrible amount of sanity for how long I was in there, so not getting a phantom vibe. If you wondered why I was staring dead smack at the ghost, is because I wanted to see if it was a phantom, which drains your sanity tremendously fast when it appears in physical form. And my sanity did not take a plunge. So not super worried about that. I know for a fact that truck did not back up to the door. So that is really, surprisingly, the most trippy thing of this entire thing is knowing that that truck was not there before. This gives me so much more reason to explore the tiny maps. I love this. I love that we have done this. This is great. You're doing good. The kids are doing good. The wife is too. Oldest has had her first day of 5th grade. Holy moly. Oh, yeah. Yeah, work. I feel that. You have a new job at a local restaurant. It's been a ride. Oh, my. I almost thought that was Nord. Keely, you are crazy, man, and I respect you greatly for this. I respect your hard work. I can't... Oh. I was gonna say, I should be able to leave the store. Working in a restaurant is not easy, dude, and I respect you so much for that. Alright, come on, Ghost. 5th grade. Holy cow. Oh, that's an orb. I cannot believe she's that old already. I mean, I'm sure you can't either, but I remember, like, was it like when I first met you, she was like in 1st or 2nd? Oh my goodness. Man, it's been a ride. It's been a couple of years. Alright, that's going 2.7, 3.6, 3.2. Not getting a freezing vibe. Your phone broke the other day, so I'm using my wife's old phone. Oh my. That's hilarious. I actually had to get a new phone since the last time I streamed because my phone was going on 9 years old and it didn't run well. And like half the time when I used it for my secondary monitor for streaming, it wouldn't keep up with chat because it was just not running at full capacity. So I feel you, Keely, because I actually had to get a new one recently too, and I'm like, technology has changed a lot in 8 years. Like, oh my word. So I feel your pain. I'm like looking at this high-tech phone like, guys, I had a flip phone. I don't know what technology I'm looking at now. What is this sorcery? Alright, there's those. I definitely saw orbs, so I don't need to worry about that. I'm not even taking the crucifix in because, as you can tell, not even worried about dying. Absolutely certain that nothing bad is going to happen to me. And that is my downfall, what I say right before I die. Dun 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 dun. Another really quiet map of like, I need people screaming at me. I need like people who don't know what they're doing just full out screaming in the map. Because I'm like, I know what I'm doing. This is like chill. It's just you know how people have like their chill games, like they play Stardew Valley, or I can't think of any other chill games off my head. This is mine. Like this is my comfort game. Like if I was my next and calm, I kind of play Phasmo, and occasionally get jump scared for it. There we go. Alrighty, what we got? Still not freezing. Oh, come on. You're so close. You want to freeze. You know you do. You're sitting at 1.1. Come on. You want to freeze. You know you do. Dude. Ghost, homie, friend, I have to leave in 14 minutes. Can you please? Oh, fine. I'll just do this one. Are you here? Are you close? Are you friendly? Are you near? Are you far? Where are you?
Taken away.
First spirit box ghost of the night. Dayan Cormus Mare on Rio Yokai. I think we had a female ghost, right? Yeah, okay. So, Dayan remains on the table. I'm turning you off now. The science book. Nothing I need to worry about for... Nope, okay. Sanity is still too high to test for yokai, I believe. Needs to be below 80. And so far, you're doing diddly nothing when I'm in here with you. 2.4, 1.3. And I don't think you're going to be freezing. So if we take off freezing, that takes what? Onryo off? Yeah, that's what I figured. Okay, so Onryo is now gone. Ghost rating still on the table. Ultraviolet, dots, EMF 5. He's just not doing anything for me to test. For a professional level ghost, you're very, very, very quiet. Yokai, 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 yo. I'm going to die if it's a yokai. Dun, 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 dun. Okay. Fine. Am I missing any equipment? I got the book in here. I got the dots in here. I've got the camera in here. Now it's just being really stingy with the evidence. Okay. Well, depending on what the cursed object is, and I don't always want to recommend that, but I absolutely do, these two are definitely be noticeable. And the fact that I'm talking on the radio currently and I'm not dying makes me less thinking of this might not be a yokai. How fast can I spam that button? Alright, I go check my sanity, but that doesn't give me yokai vibes. Because yokais can hunt at 80% sanity if you're in the ghost room and you're talking on the radio, and I was very much doing that. So if my sanity's below 80, which I'm honestly not sure if it is, but I suspect it probably is, then I should. Huh. These ghosts have been very stingy with their information. Why did you do stuff when I left? Okay, yeah. Yeah, we're probably not looking at a yokai. Why did you do things when I left? You're not a shade. Could you be a shade? Oh, you could be a mimic, though. Oh, you could be a mimic. You could be mimicking a shade. The only thing that's throwing me off is the lack of freezing temperatures or UV for that. But also, we haven't had anything touched yet that I could test for. And freezing's been sitting at like 1. You wouldn't be a mimic. I mean, that was a lot of things happening right there. I mean, I'm right at 80, so maybe I should go test yokai again. You wouldn't dare be a mimic, would you? No, totally not. Oh, let's walk through the graveyard. Definitely not a mimic. Not my personal nemesis. My goodness gracious. How dare you? Also, where am I going to hide if it hunts? Secondary problem of this map. Don't know a single hiding spot other than the one at the other end of the hallway, which we currently cannot get to. So, we cooked. We very much should if this ghost hunts. Okay, so I'm just at 80% sanity, so I will need to test the yokai again. But I don't think we've got a mimic. It's not going below 1. It's had enough time to do so. So I think Onryo and Mimic are both safely off the table. It's just being a shy whatever it is. Okay. You believe it's a ghost. Game on. Good job, Kile. A+ for you. I believe you might be correct. Although I'm starting to get the impression that this school may not be haunted. By the lack of anything happening. Like, I walk out of the room, it does stuff. But I'm in the house, it's doing literally nothing. Like, come on. Oh, thank you. Did you touch a window? Please tell me you tapped a window. You definitely tapped a window. Okay. And I don't see fingerprints. That's the first something you've done this entire time. And they took my watch away now, so I can't see what my sanity looks like. Ah! I want to see my sanity. How do I do that? I don't think I can. Okay, so if that was a window touch, that would rule out Corvus because I didn't have any fingerprints. Dan Mariokai, it's not acting like anything. It's not, I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's happening. I don't like not knowing what's happening. Let me try moving the location of it. It seems to be over here a lot. see if it is a day in and I can get the dots. Because a whole bunch of nothing is happening right now. I couldn't get Spirit Box. Oh, I did get Spirit Box. Nothing's happening with Ghost Riding. It's not freezing. It's not ultraviolet as far as I can tell. No dots and no EMF 5. I'm playing on professional, right? I should get a third piece of evidence here. I'm not playing Nightmare Mode. Though you've been making me play Nightmare Mode. The lack of evidence I've been getting this entire game. Come on. Okay, so this is the only round of Brownstone that I'm going to have time to run tonight, because I'm actually going to have to run in about 5-ish minutes. So, Ghost, I need you to hurry up. I'm going to go curse object you. Yokai, 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 yo. Yokai, 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 yo. I don't even know if my sanity... Hang on, let me drop my sanity a little bit. Come on. I know you do things when the lights are on. I know you do more things when the lights are off. So if you could kindly hunt me right now, and be a yokai, I won't even care if I die. Holy. Okay. Is that a 5? Excuse me? That's a... It is a day in. It is a day in. Okay, we could have got that. We could have got that, okay? Wow, you waited a long time to ring that bell. That jump scared me, because I forgot the bell could ring in that room. Okay, so had we caused a hunt, we would have known that was a day in. It was one of the two that you could identify by a hunt, because it would have got faster when I was moving. And it's basically, like, base speed's a little bit slower than normal. Holy moly, instead it decided to jump scare me with the telephone. Okay, that's fine, I wanted to do something. I wanted it to confirm what it was, and I just needed an EMF 5, and hadn't got one yet, so good enough for me. We're gonna finish tonight's stream off with the day in. And there is my lovely EMF 5, showing as a 4. Isn't that just lovely? And we know I can't be mimicking because it's an EMF 5. And we are leaving the day in can stay in the house, and that's why we always check to see what the gender of the ghost is, because day-ins had to be female. There we go. Okay. So we had a chance to look at all the different maps, at least some modes of all of them. I would say I'd like to go back and do more exploring on Brownstone. I want to do more research on why I only got 2 locations on prison, and if there are only 2 locations on prison. Again, I would suspect that Wing A and Wing B would be one, but possibly it's just the 2 of them, and I just kept re-rolling for nothing. And then I know for a fact that there's 4 locations on Brownstone. We got to see one of them today, which was the right wing. I suspect the left wing is the other one, obviously. I'm very interested by the fact that the back half of each wing was locked off. So I wonder if maybe, like, the second one... I wonder if the entire upstairs is one. That would be a lot. But then the gymnasium in the back half would be the 4th one. The upstairs floor would be a pain, because that would be a lot, but who knows? We'll get to explore it more in the future. Whether it's before we move or after we move, we don't know. Because obviously, I'm not moved yet. I'm still sitting here in my office with no webcam or anything. But hey, that was a fun little stream. We got to hang out for a little bit, got to do a couple of fun things. Got a chance to look at the new ghost. Not the new ghost. We didn't get the new ghost. I still don't have a Delta gas for my life. But we got a chance to look at all the 4 new maps. 4 new... I don't know what I'm saying. 3 new maps, different levels in each maps. Got to see how the new evidence was going to work, how... We didn't really test the multiplayer aspect today, but we'll do that in the future. But that was a fun little stream just to chill, get back into it. Again, wasn't like expecting to stream today, but I'm like, I'm gonna go do a test run just because I'm feeling lucky. And I went to do an unlisted test, and it's like, hey, by the way, the internet's great. And I'm like, I'm going live. No question, no argument. We're going live right now. So, going forward from here, don't know what's going to happen. We're hoping to close this week or next week, so a lot of things are going to happen very quickly. I have 2 videos already sitting on YouTube ready to go for when we go, and I don't have internet access for a while. I don't know if we'll do another stream before we go, or if it's going to be another month before we stream again, but this was a fun little time just to hang out for a little bit. I hope you guys had a fun time. If you're coming in now, or if you're coming in later on for the VOD or the video on YouTube, hope you guys have a great day. Kile, Good to see you, sir. Thank you so much for coming. Missed you very much. And as always, I will see you on the next video / live stream. Cataclysm, out.